give myself a huge challenge, and that's to go all the way from zero to earning over $10,000 online. I've obviously been trying lots of different ways to make money online in the past couple years, but I want to actually take it to the next step and see if I can make some real money and make a comprehensive video to hopefully show you how wide the opportunities are that are right at your fingertips if you just have a laptop and an internet connection. You can think to try one of these business models, and at the end of the day, you won't have had to get up from your spot sitting on your bed, but you'll have some extra money in your pocket. So this isn't really a new concept. I remember there were a few great $0 to $10,000 challenges a couple years ago, but online business is a changing game. I'm not gonna do any of those more common business models like print on demand or Shopify dropshipping, because first of all, they've already been done. There's already videos on those, and quite honestly, when I've tried them myself, I haven't had nearly as much success as with some of the more like obscure things that you might have seen me try on this channel. So also just want to mention, I'm not trying to sell you anything with this video or get money from you in any way. This is purely for your entertainment, your education. But if you want to like the video, that would be cool, because that kind of helps me out. Starting from $0, the only things I can use are my Dell XPS 15 laptop and my smartphone. Hopefully those are things that anyone would have, but technically you could go to the library to use a computer. Technically you could get like a burner phone, cheap phone from Walmart with like a prepaid card for 150 bucks, something like that. But how am I actually going to be able to make money from nothing? Well, what a lot of people think of when they think of making money from nothing is NFTs.
I think it's funny to take screenshots of people's NFTs, huh? Delete that screenshot.
So my thought was, I find a picture of a rhino on the internet, put some pit vipers and a Rolex on it, and obviously list it as the rare one-of-a-kind NFT called Clout Rhino for $10,000, pawn it off to some sucker who thinks he can sell it for $15,000, and boom, that's the challenge right there. The video's over. I don't need to do anything else. But then I remembered the last time I minted an NFT, it cost like $60 in Ethereum gas fees just to make it.
Don't give them that money.
So it's not nothing. It does cost a little bit to just make an NFT. Plus, I have a feeling that I'd have to have a lot of marketing experience to be able to convince someone that this was worth 10 grand. People have done it, but I don't know if I have the skill set yet.
Have you ever heard of NFTs?
Back to square one. I don't have any money that I can invest into other projects to try to expand. I need some kind of consistent income that will keep me making money through this video, even if I take a day or two off. And I am fortunate enough to make about $18 a day from my YouTube videos, which is sick, but not quite 10 bands type of money. So I thought through some things that I could do online that would make me a little bit of money every day consistently. I have a little bit of experience with social media, so I went ahead and applied to as many social media management positions as possible, trying to get some companies to pay me to run their social medias. And I applied to everything I could find on Handshake and Indeed, 32 applications to be exact. And I won't lie, writing cover letters has now become the bane of my existence. But finally, when I was starting to lose hope, a startup got back to me. That is basically this like marketplace for reselling Rolexes, and they're gonna pay me $800 a month to run their TikTok and their Instagram. Like, great, like this is an awesome start, but I don't get that money until the end of the month. So we'll see if I can actually grow their social medias over this month, keep them from actually firing me, and then we'll come back to that. I'm still at a fat $0, and right now I need something where I'll get paid out quicker. It's something maybe freelance. And the first thing that comes to mind is making social media ads. So I record these ads on my phone. They're pretty simple to do. Anyone can do them. You either just like unbox a product, or you do a demonstration of how the product works, or you talk about it, or some mix of those things, and then the company usually uses the ad on TikTok or Instagram, or sometimes it's just like a demo video for an Amazon listing. But if you knock out a bunch of these, you can make some good money. I used to use this app called Billow to find these gigs. If I want to make $10,000, I'd have to do about 400 ads at $25 a pop, which I don't even know if there are that many ads to do. So I knew that wasn't gonna do the trick. It wasn't gonna be efficient enough. So I listed myself on the wonderful marketplace of Fiverr and also reached out to a few brands directly, offering up my Gen Z lens, youthful ad creation, creative services. Okay, so I don't really know where to start. Some time has passed. It's been about a month since I started doing these ads, and the first thing that I did was just quadruple how much I was charging for them. So I was worried that I was just not going to get any orders coming in. I guess this is such a great space, or I was just completely undercharging because the orders started flowing in. I've done 13 ads and I've made $1,360, so about $100 per video. There's been a few that were more, a few that were less. Cool, but the ads didn't take up all my time. So while I was doing that and also finishing up some college finals, I was applying to research studies. So what research studies are basically a way for you to make money off of your opinions, because companies want to know what normal people think about websites they're building or foods that they're selling or all kinds of things like that, like things that they're developing. And so market research is actually this huge industry that no one really knows about, and you can make a lot of money from it. But you have to fill out a ton of these short screener surveys with basic info about yourself, and then maybe 1 in every 5 or 10 or 20 of them will get back to you. So it does take a lot of grinding, but then they'll set up, say, a 1-hour Zoom call, and you get paid something like $100 for that hour. Some pay more, some pay less, some are longer, some are shorter, some are not Zoom calls, they're just like online discussion boards where you share your info. I got accepted into 8 of them somehow. One of them was an hour Zoom call and they paid me $750, which like I would have done it for $100. So in total, I made $1,565 so far from these 8 market research studies. Okay, so it has been a little while. I've started working on some more social media ads. I won't include those yet, but if we take the money I made so far from market research and we add that to the social media ads, that's $2,925. Plus, it has now been just about 2 months since I started this challenge. So the small amount of YouTube money that I make every day has been adding up. And since then, I've also been slowly growing the social media pages for this watch marketplace. So over the 2 months, I've made $1,600 from that, plus the YouTube income. We're now up to $5,623. Not bad. I'm really excited about how this challenge is kind of taking off here, and I'm sure some of these income sources will keep coming in, but I also want to get a little more creative. I just bought a new used Nissan Sentra. I really needed a new car because the van that I built out to travel broke down about a year ago, and I'm a big proponent of buying used cars that have already seen the majority of their depreciation.
I don't blame everybody trying to take a picture with a drip gun. I mean, I don't want a picture of this fit too.
However, what I don't like is that it does have this big dent. I remember the last time I had a dent in a car, I just took a big handful of glue sticks and lit them on fire and then stuck them to the dent, waited for them to dry, pulled out the dent. I made a TikTok video out of it, and out of nowhere, I got 26 million views. These days, I'm part of the TikTok Creator Fund, which is basically just a way for you to get paid a small amount of money on TikTok for the amount of views you get, similarly to how I'm making a little bit of money from YouTube. I would have made like $800 from pulling out my car dent, but the Creator Fund didn't even exist back then, so I didn't make zilch. I didn't make any money. I don't expect to have the same results twice, but I do have to fix this dent, so I might as well make a little video about it and see if I get enough views to make any real money from that video. Okay, so I've been trying to get this dent out of my car with hot glue sticks for like an hour now in the scorching heat, and it's just not budging, so I think I'm gonna have to scrap this TikTok as one of my business ideas for this video. I was feeling a little defeated having completely wasted my time on this TikTok, and I wanted some way to make money from my new car. So what I did is I went out and DoorDashed for about 3.5 hours until dinner time. So I made about $40. When you take into account gas, that's only like $7.50 an hour. So kind of a strikeout with these last 2 activities. I'm not against DoorDash as a side hustle, and I think it definitely has its benefits that you can do it whenever you want, and it's pretty easy. But a lot of times you're gonna get screwed over, and sometimes you just can't find orders that are really worth taking. I decided not to include my DoorDash revenue in my overall total in this challenge because technically it does require a car, which is something other than a phone and a laptop, so it kind of breaks the rules of this challenge. But going back to like a service-based job like that does remind me how much I love making money online and doing it under my own terms, and a lot of the times being more efficient, you know, being able to make more money in less time, as long as you're smart about it and you do something a little bit creative. So that said, not including that, my total is still $5,525, but that's kind of starting us off right on the right foot for one more video. In the second and hopefully final episode of this challenge, I'm gonna be working a full-time internship and having to do all my online hustles on nights and weekends, which will definitely add another element to this challenge, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully you learned something, hopefully you can take something out of this and do it yourself. That's it for today. I'll see you next time. Peace.